Hello and welcome to a numbers edition of Apple a Day. This is a quick follow-up to my last video which covered the MROUND function. In that video, I demonstrated how to handle the positive and negative values. This was significant because with the MROUND function, the two parameters that it takes must have the same sign. They must both be positive or both be negative. So I used the if function to test if the number to round was positive or negative. And this is the formula here. Now, there's nothing wrong with this approach. It works just fine. However, it is complicated in that I have to have the MROUND function appear twice in the formula. Once for a positive number to round and once for a negative number to round. So now I'm going to show you a much better way. And I'd like to thank the viewer who goes by Thermidor the Lobster 4645, who suggested that I handle the positive and negative value using the sign function instead. It's a much cleaner approach and simplifies the formula. Now the sign function returns a 1 for a positive number and a -1 for a negative number, and it returns 0 if the number is 0. So I'm going to replace this formula using this new approach. First, I'll clear out all the cells. Then in the first cell, I'll type equal sign to bring up the formula editor. Then I'll type in MROUND and press return. Then I'll select the cell containing the number to round and press tab to move to the factor parameter. And here's where we're going to use the sign function. I'll type in sign and press return. This only takes one parameter, and that's the number to test against. I'll select the same cell containing the number in the first column. Then we need to give it the actual factor value. So I'll put my cursor right after the closing bracket of that sign function. And what we need to do is multiply the result of the sign function by the factor value. So I'll type in Shift 8 to get the asterisk for multiplying. And I want to multiply this by 6. As I said earlier, sign will return a 1 for a positive number. So that would mean that it would return 1 times 6, which of course is 6. Now if that number is negative, sign returns a -1. And of course, -1 times 6 is -6. And if the number is 0, then sign returns 0, and 0 times 6, of course, is 0. But that's okay, because if the number is 0, MROUND will always return a 0, regardless of the factor value. So it doesn't matter if the factor is 1 or 100 or 3, it's always going to return 0 if the source number is 0. I'll press return and then copy and paste this formula to the remainder of the cells. And as you can see, that worked out great. No errors, and we have positive and negative results. So thanks again, Thermidor the Lobster 4645 for the tip. Much appreciated. Well, that's it for today. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I'm John Martins, and I'll see you in the next episode of Apple a Day.